So, so let's look at a couple famous American paintings. This first one is by George Caleb Bingham, The Verdict of the People from 1855. And here, I think we would say that this painting emphasizes communalism over individualism. Now, that's not to say there's no individualism. In fact, the detailed individual representations of different people in the painting is one of the fascinating things about it. But if we think of these values as a spectrum, where a work of art mixes different forms of emphasis, this painting clearly emphasizes communal American identity more than individual American identity. And as it does so, it actually explores three important communal challenges that Americans faced in the 19th century. The first is slavery. So we have these representations of African Americans, and particularly this African American, in the painting. Another issue that the painting explores is temperance. And here we see the classic drunk partier. And temperance and alcohol reform was a major issue in the early 19th century, and it would continue to be so until Prohibition in the early 20th century. And then let's not forget the third most important social movement of the 19th century, the women's rights movement. And you need to expand this to a full-size video to see it, but there's actually a group of women up there with a women's banner. So the painting, while it does feature individuals with unique expressions and identities, predominantly focuses on the larger communal American identity. And so thinking about this painting and its interactions between individualism and communalism opens up some cool interpretive possibilities. Now let's look at a painting that clearly celebrates the heroic American individual. This is John Singleton Copley's painting of Paul Revere from 1770. And the emphasis on Revere as the craftsman, the working American. Notice his clothes are the clothes of an artisan, not a nobleman. Also, though, the idea that Revere is a thinker. You've got the classic pose with his hand on his chin. And so this is a celebration of American patriot identity. You could say American masculinity, an association with work and working class identity, but of course in the form of a great American hero famed for his midnight ride, which is to come years after the painting. And that makes an important point about art. Our interpretations, our understanding of the meaning of a work of art can be changed by history. History that had not even occurred at the time of the painting. At the time of the painting, Paul Revere was a distinguished participant in the resistance movement in Boston, but he wasn't yet the hero who was going to become immortalized for his midnight ride. So if the previous painting emphasizes communalism while also making references to individualism, this painting emphasizes individualism while also making reference to the communal patriotic revolution that Paul Revere was to figure so prominently in. So there's a few examples of how we can use our paradigm of American cultural tensions to help us develop rich interpretations of American art.